what's up? Good morning, guys. This is John. This is John's Moto Garage. I'm hanging out here in my garage with one of my motos. But today is an exciting day. We're actually going to go pick up a new motorcycle. So I've got all my gear ready to go. I can gather our stuff. We got our Sun Gs, necessity for the valley. We've got our truck keys, also a necessity. And then we've got the dinero. These deals don't happen without the dinero. This is the cash. So you gotta have the cash for the deal to go down. Cash is what makes the world go around. And then I'm gonna bring the good old helmet. We'll attach the GoPro. Hey, what's up, compadre? So we're on our way to go check out the moto. This is one that I found like a month and a half ago, and the dude at the time didn't have the title, and we hadn't even agreed on a price, but I kept pursuing it, kept following up on it, and here we are. Very exciting day. He's got the title in hand. We came to an agreement on the price, one that I'm stoked on. So hopefully it pans out, and I'll go into more details once this sucker is in my possession, assuming that happens. So you can never count your chickens until the eggs have officially hatched. Alright, we'll see in a minute. Alright, what's up, guys? I've got this on the voiceover, my audio cut out while I was filming this. So here I am pulling up to the dude's house, and I've got it sped up just for the sake of brevity. Walking up. How you doing, man? What's going on? Nice to meet you. I'm John, John's Moto Garage. Yeah, we're talking about the moto. Nonchalantly, I set the helmet down. And this is my typical routine. You'll notice I already have the bike running and hooked up to his battery cables. So he's explaining that the battery was dead, so we had to jump it. So I'm checking out the bike, looking at the blemishes, checking the fork seals, make sure they're not leaking, not cracked. Arizona is notorious for cracked fork seals because it's so dang hot. Revving the engine a little bit, feeling that rumble. I always check underneath, make sure there's no obvious oil leaks. You'd be surprised. Back tire tread looks good. Again, checking out the blemishes, always give it that double take. Give like a big sigh, like, dang it, man. Oh, jeez, this is way worse than I expected. Just kidding. You always gotta overplay it. Make them think this thing's just a piece of dumb. Alright, I'm checking the blinkers. All that's good to go. Electrical sounds good. And I think now we're discussing how I'm going to go about test riding it, and if he'll let me. This guy's real cool, real laid back, super chill dude. And this is where you'll notice the headlight flickering. He had disconnected the battery cables, and the bike starts to die. So this battery is so drained that the bike it doesn't even have enough juice to let the bike idle. And I'm explaining to him, I think, yeah, man, the battery won't charge up if it's just idling, blah blah blah. Because I'm such a knowledgeable dude when it comes to motorcycles. I don't know what I'm thinking here, like if I rev it a couple more times, by now he's restarted the bike and hooked it back up to the jumper cables. So I'm thinking, what if I rev it a little bit, I'll charge that battery? Who knows, man. The crazy that runs through my mind sometimes, you guys. So in my mind I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to buy the bike without riding it first. It obviously needs a new battery, so we got to keep that in mind. Factor that into the price, which we've already gone into it with an agreement on price. Right? So now it's that awkward, well, I already lowballed you super bad. Can you replace the battery for me too while we're at it? But I think now we said, let's give it another shot. So I put my helmet on, pull the cash, count it all out, 4,700 bucks, cold hard cash. And there you go, buddy. Don't steal it. And so we're gonna do like, I don't know, bam, and instantly the bike cuts out again. So now it's like, dang it, I don't know what to do. So I'm explaining to him, well, I'm not gonna buy the bike without riding it, so let me know I'm free today. Once the battery's replaced, call me and I'll come back and pick it up. I think something along those lines. So he said he's going to throw it on the charger. I'm thinking, nah, this needs a new battery. And I'm probably wondering, alright man, give me my cash back. Nah, he's cool, so he hands the cash back. And yeah, I think that's how it ended. One more walk around the bike. I grab my gear, and I think this is about where we dip out. And he's basically gonna charge the battery or get a new battery, and then I'll come back a little bit later. So nothing too gnarly. Get back to the truck, and we'll see what happens. Alright, what's up you guys? So take 2, I got word back that the guy put a new battery in the moto, so we're gonna go check it out, and hopefully this time I can actually take it for a spin and run it around the block, and fingers crossed it works out and we pick up the bike, so I'll keep you posted. Alright you guys, I've got the voiceover again. This audio is just not the best. So I am walking over to the bike, I slick my hair back like this guy. Super cool. He got the new battery in it, and I'm checking it out. By now I already gave him the cash, and he's counted out. You can see him over at his car counting out the cash. So I have the bike started up. As soon as he gives me the go ahead that we have all the dinero, then I'm going to run this sucker around the block. Take it for that spin that I was hoping to do earlier. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, am I right? Once again, just checking underneath. Can never hurt to double check, make sure you don't have any leaks. Those are the big things that it's just such a headache. If you get a bike with a leak, you have to disclose it. Well, I choose to disclose that kind of thing. I don't want to be that dude who sells a motorcycle and, you know, it's happened to me, so I just don't want to pass that along. Alright, so I grab the helmet, put it on, and pretty soon I'm going to jump into the first person on board. So far so good. He got the new battery in, starts right up, sounds pretty smooth, shifts much smoother than the last Victory that I had, but these are really clunky gears. So when I'm doing my little test ride, I like to just run it through the gears, see how she accelerates, check the brakes. Good. Front rear brakes are good. This thing's only got 2,000 miles on it, so everything should be pretty solid. Sometimes with these bikes it's hard to even get out of like second or third gear in the neighborhood. Ooh, getting that back tire skidding. Yeah, I can barely pop out of it. Dude, I don't even think I'm gonna buy this. The rear view mirror won't sit still. Huge red flag. Huge red flag. This thing's been neglected. It's probably been crashed 6 or 7 times. See if I can flip a U-turn on it. But yeah, as expected, you know, it's a bike with low miles. It's been tipped over once. So I'll get out right here and kind of show you guys. It's tipped over once, so it just has some very minor blemishes. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got just a little scuffs right here, right here, right there, right there. This one's probably the biggest turn away for potential buyers. But again, if you're getting it for the right price and everything else checks out, then you'll find a buyer. Because you'll find somebody who's stoked to buy this bike for, you know, 800,000 bucks under all the other ones on the market, and they can look past those little blemishes. So runs pretty good. I am gonna do one run on the main street just so I can get out of third gear. She likes to lock up that rear brake. Bam. But yeah, these are nice bikes. I've only sold a few, but no complaints. Six-speed, definitely a torque monster. You know, for your cruisers, these things really give the Harley cruisers a run for their money, that's for sure. Alright, amigos. Oh, I keep missing my turn off. Yeah, this thing's pretty solid. I think it's a go. I think it's a go for sure. We'll go ahead and pick it up. So I'll get back to the truck. I already gave him the cash. I'll get the title. Make sure I have that in my hand. And then I'll load it up in the truck. And we should be on our merry way. And then I'll check back once we have it loaded up. Alright guys, back to voiceover. I tell you, I could really get used to this voiceover thing. It's not bad at all. So, at this point I've decided I want the motorcycle, and I don't care about filming anymore, so I'm filming the ground, looking at our feet. Now I'm looking at the title, checking it out, making sure that it's clean and clear, that it's a box A, which means it's not a, what's the word I'm looking for? C title is like, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, making sure the title checks out, clean, clear title, it's in his name, it's notarized for Arizona. Box C means that the mileage is or box A means the mileage is original. C or B means it's been tweaked with. All that checks out, so title's in the truck. And now I'm loading up the ramps, of course, talking to the guy. He's offering to help. They always do. Well, most of them always offer to help. Most of them, what am I talking about? Most of the buyers are very kind and courteous, offer to give me a hand with loading the bike, because typically they're doubtful that I can get something like this up into the back of that truck. They think I'm crazy. But we're just chatting, you know, small talk, where you from, all that good stuff. We're talking sport bikes. He said he'd owned a handful of sport bikes. I forgot the vital piece of equipment. I'm going to be posting a how-to video on loading up motorcycles here at some point. So check it out. If it's already live, make sure you watch it. I'll put a link below. And do a quick run up and bam. Up and in, up and in. So I leave the bikes on their kickstand. I keep them in neutral. A lot of people like the bikes standing up off the kickstand, but I haven't run into any issues, and it just makes it easier for me to load and unload them solo. I'm going around the triple tree, looping it down, and getting the bike secured into place. By now I think he took off. Ain't no thing but chicken wing. So yeah, we're getting the bike loaded up, and that's about it. Again, if you guys dig the content, be sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment below if you have any questions or recommendations, feedback, all that good stuff. Let me know. That's going to do it for this episode. In the next video, I will unload the bike, we'll do the walk around, take it for a spin around the block, and I'll go into some of those details, what I paid for it, how much I think it's worth, all that good stuff. That was him taking off. Really cool guy. I like that guy. You meet a lot of cool people doing this, buying and selling bikes. You really do. Alright, amigos, this is going to wrap it up for this episode. Again, much thanks. Appreciate the support. And until the next time, live and let live. Adios.